morning, everybody. Welcome back to our continuing live coverage of the Team USA Trials here on Bowl TV. Lucas Wiseman here with you from Sunset Station Strike Zone Bowling Center. Final round of women's competition is now underway with the first frame of game 1 of 6. After today, the top 3 in the point standings will be moving on to the stepladder finals tonight. And so 6 more games, and right now Deandra Asbady is in the lead, closely followed by 3 junior bowlers: Jackie Carbonetto, Sarah Loker, and Danielle McEwen. Today's lane condition is London, 44 feet. London, 44 feet. And if you're watching the live scoring, all of the players will move right today. They're all moving to the right. So you can find all of the live scoring, live stats, live results links at the right under the video here on our YouTube channel. And again, all the bowlers are moving to the right here today. And we'll end up with the leaders on our featured pairs for the final game. Tyler Vostri helping me out, telling me, letting me know that everybody moves right, 4 pairs. So each pair will stay together all day long. Sarah DeSocia on the left lane there, Emily Huddleston and Heather Melvin on that pair. This pair is Holly Harris, Jordine Korzumi, and Melanie Crawford. Nice split conversion there for Melanie Crawford. She picks up the 3-4-6-7. Question on our chat, how heavy is the volume today? And I don't know exactly how heavy it is, but Neil Stremmel was saying yesterday, I think it was Neil, that the volume will be pretty heavy on this pattern. And it will probably play a little longer than the 47-foot Paris pattern did a couple of days ago. And you can, as the very kind person in the chat mentions, you can find the pattern information at world10pinbowling.com. Holly Harris shooting her spare here in the fourth frame of this first game. Nice shot by Holly. So even though a lot of these players don't have a chance to make it into the top three this evening, there's still something to bowl for today. Each day is like its own little tournament, and there's a first place prize of $500 and a second place prize of $250. So definitely something for everybody to bowl for here in this final round, even if they are out of the mix for the step ladder. Emily Huddleston up. Leaves the 3-5-6 on that shot. Fifth frame for Sarah. She missed the head pin to the right on that one. Question on our chat, how many bowlers make it on to Team USA? It is the top 3, men and women, get automatic spots. So the 3 players on both sides that make the stepladder tonight are automatically on the team. The selection committee will select 2 more bowlers from each division, 2 men, 2 women, to join the team. And then the selection committee also will select 5 men and 5 women from eligible bowlers who have been on Team USA from the past 10 years or who are exempt players on the PBA Tour last year. And they will also look at, if those players happen to bowl this event, what their performance was like in this tournament. And so all of those selections will be announced this evening. Question about what the next live stream is going to be after this. It's going to be the Kutztown Invitational, an NCAA women's bowling event. It should be a good one. There's a lot of great teams that are going to be at that event. And if you want to find the schedule, live stream schedule, go to bowl.com/livestream. So coming into today, Deandra Asbady leading the tournament with 27 points. And if you're not familiar with the format, you get points based on your finish each day. So Deandra got 6 points in round 1 for finishing 6th. She was finished 16th in round 2 and got 16 points. Round 3, she got 4 points for finishing 4th, and she won yesterday, so she got 1 point. You add that together, 6, 16, 4, and 1, you get 27. And that's how Deandra got to her 27 points. Jackie Carbonetto in second place with 39 points. Sarah Locher at 42 points. Danielle McEwen, 44. Josie Ernest, 45. Elise Bolton, 45. Brianna Caldwell, 54. Leanne Holstenberg, 62. Morgan O'Brien, 66. And Brittany Hamilton, 72. Now all this means is that if Deandra Asbady finishes 17th or higher in today's round, she will, maybe 18th or higher, she will make it into the stepladder for sure. So Deandra's goal today is to finish in the top 18. If she were to finish in the top 12, then Deandra would earn the top seed for sure. But get beyond that, it gets a little crazier with 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, all within 6 points of each other. So it's going to be really an interesting, frantic finish here in the last game, I have a feeling. Great Zach Attack wanted to know the payout for the stepladder. First place is $1,000. Second place $500. Third place $250. And the winner gets an all expenses paid trip to the Cubica AMF World Cup later this year at a location to be determined. Marshall Kent and Danielle McEwen went to bowl that last year as the champions of this event. Koizumi, a little tap on the 10 there for the strike. Well, you didn't see it, it was off camera, but Sarah DeSocia. Well, she leaves the fast 8th, I guess you might say, on that one. And yes, we are still in the first game. Getting close to our goal of 10,000 subscribers. We're only 30 away. I think we're going to get there today. If you don't subscribe to our channel, click the subscribe button above the video you're watching, and you can sign up for email alerts anytime we post a new video here on our YouTube channel. Just hit subscribe free, and you can join our team here at Bowl TV. Don't forget to check out the live scoring just below the video you're watching. Gloria asking if the leaders will be on the live stream pairs of the last game. And yes, they will. That's the plan, at least. We'll have to see if it pans out, but I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to have. Char asking about the Ys and the JRs on the standings. The JRs mean they're already on Junior Team USA for 2013 because of the Junior Gold. And the Ys are those who are eligible for Junior Team USA this year. And of course, everybody is eligible for Team USA. David asking about the lane courtesy. It is one pair courtesy left and right. So just, yeah, like the pros use. It's also known as the double jump. one pair courtesy. You wait for somebody on the pair to your right to bowl, you wait for somebody on the pair to your left to bowl, and then you bowl. You're looking for the leaders. Look on 11 and 12. That's where they are right now. Deandra, Jackie, and Sarah down there on 11 and 12. Deandra's Beatty, 168 in the 8th and a strike in the 9th, so she's off to a pretty good start. Danielle McEwen shot 243, so great start for her today. And again, they're going to be moving right, skipping 3 pairs, bowling on the 4th. And they should end up right here in front of us. .187 for Holly Harris, 202 for Melanie Crawford. Koizumi can shoot 185. Just starting the 10th frame on 51 and 52. The asterisk after the name on the live scoring or anywhere else you see it, it's just another indicator that they're a youth bowler. Excuse me. Koizumi finishes at 182. Sosha, she makes that spare, strikes on the fill, she'll shoot 160. Heather Melvin looking at 163 max. Pattern is London, 44 feet, heavy volume. So other bowlers in the field can have an impact on the outcome this morning, because if you have a lot of bowlers who are not a factor in the overall standings bowling well today, that means the people at the top of the overall standings are going to pick up additional points, and that can really throw things into a bit of chaos at the end. But if the leaders all continue to bowl well, then it should be pretty easy to figure it out at the end. Josie Ernest, 229. Deandra Beatty, 228. She strikes out in the 10th. Danielle McEwen, 243. So far, at least a few of the leaders are off to a good start. Elise Bolton only shot 169. Missy Parkin, 233. Brittany Hamilton, 205. Looks like Jackie Carbonetto and Sarah Locher are struggling a little bit. Sarah shoots 180 and Jackie can shoot 186. Emily Huddleston. Final shot, 175 is what she can shoot here. And so game 1 has come to a close here of the featured pairs. On 53 and 54 this game, we're going to have Caitlin Simpson, Anna Marie Gross, and Brittany Hillman. And they should get started here any moment. So you can see our second game is underway. Anna Gross on the right lane, Caitlin Simpson on the left. '53, 51 and 52, Courtney Schultz, Darren Terry, and Melissa Wunsch on that pair. Jay Wilcox mentions that a lot of the bowlers using dull equipment, and they are. And I've seen the Abralon pads getting a workout this morning. They've been scuffing away. They can change the surface on the bowling ball after each game, so I saw some of them out here scuffing away after the first game. Across today as everybody moves right, skips 3 pairs, bowls on the 4th. And we will end up with the leaders coming into today on the featured pairs for the final game. Which means for Fixter, Danielle McEwen will be on the live stream of the last game. Simpson shooting the spare and making it. Double spare start for her in game 2. Open frame for Anna in the third. Again, the leaders are going to be coming on to the featured pairs for the final game in just a little bit. We're all moving toward the right today, skipping 3 pairs bowling on the 4th. You're watching the live scoring. The leaders are on 19 and 20 right now as Beatty spare strike start after shooting 228 the first game. Simpson with a strike in the 5th. So we're halfway through game 2. Uffman, I'm glad you're able to get back in the chat. Not sure why it knocked you out, though. Melissa Lunch leaves the 6-7 in the sixth after starting front 4, 7 spare. So she's got a decent game going here. Just got the standings after the first game. Gabriella Mayfield, 258. Corrine Lieber, 247. Sydney Brummett, 245. Michaela Douglas, 244. And this is what I was talking about with people who are not really in the mix making an impact on the standings, because the top, those four are have at least 147 points or more and won't be an impact on the overall picture as far as making it into the top 3 for tonight. DeAndres baiting the overall rankings. If the standings stayed as they were in game 1, which they will not even close, DeAndre would still be first, Danielle McEwen second, Josie Ernest third. But a lot of that's going to change. But we did have a lot of people at the top of the standings, overall standings, bowl subpar games that first game. Silly question in the chat. Are they required to wear skirts? Absolutely not. You can wear pants, shorts, skirts, skirts. At least on the women's side. The men have to wear pants, fortunately. Melissa Strike in the 7th. Zach wants to know what ball Brittany Hillman is throwing, and I have no idea, unfortunately. I mean, I'll see if I can tell when it comes out of the ball return next time. I have my other camera focused on the ball return here. We'll see if we can see it come out. I don't know if we'll be able to because Caitlin is standing in the way. Well, it's that ball right there. Let's see. Can't really tell. I think it's a little too hard to tell what ball that is from a distance. So that might be her spare ball, actually. They're saying it looks like a lucid. Very well may be. Anthony wants to know how many IQ Tour pearls I've seen this week. Surprisingly, not that many. I've seen a few. I think we saw some on a couple of days ago on Paris. Nice shot by Brittany in the ninth. She's got a good game going. She can shoot 225 this game. Don't go right, S. So I'm surprised that after day 4, 3 of the top 4 bowlers are junior bowlers, and no, I am not surprised. There's a lot of youth bowlers in this tournament, and there are a lot of very good youth bowlers in this tournament. 196 for Darren Terry. Courtney Schultz, 168. Melissa Wunsch going to shoot 245 if she strikes on her fill ball. Caitlin Simpson looking at 178. Brittany Hillman looking at 225 as her max. So that'll get her in the 220s. Looks like Deandra is struggling this game. Only has a max of 191. Danielle McEwen is only going to be in the 190s. Nice shot there by Anna Gross. You can get to 224. Last game today, we'll have all of the overall leaders coming into today on the featured pairs. And tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, we will have the stepladder finals for both the men and the women at the same time, and that'll be followed by the announcement of all of the Team USA selections for 2013. Don't Go Right asks if after the fifth game, do people know where they stand, or is it a guessing game as to who may have a chance to make it in the top three? It's the standings are done pretty quick. They should have them out by the third or fourth frame of that sixth game. However, so much can change in the last game, and in one game, your position can change greatly, and so it's really kind of a guessing game when it gets down to it as to exactly what's going to happen. You can have a pretty good idea. I mean, Deandra knows that she needs to finish in the top 17 or 18 to be guaranteed a spot in the stepladder. Deandra shot 181 in game 2. Danielle McEwen 195. Elise Bolton 200. Missy Parkin 187. Shannon Plahowski 189. Brittany Hamilton 197. Low scoring game at the top of the pack this game. Coming on to the featured pairs for this third game. Tamara Thompson, Lauren Johnson, Stephanie Mackin, Nicole Parkhurst, Cara Mangiola, and cannot quite read what that scoreboard says. Kelsey Anderson, it looks like. So Lauren Johnson will start off game 3 here on our featured pairs. Game 3, well underway here in the second frame. Tamara Thompson with a strike. Nicole Parkhurst up. Watching our live coverage of the Team USA trials here on Bowl TV. Game 3 in progress of this final round, the women's competition. The men scheduled to get underway this afternoon, 12:45 p.m. Pacific time with their final round of competition. Stephanie Mackin with the front three. Here at Sunset Station, 72 lanes. See just how vast this place is. Look all the way down toward lane 1. So these are our featured pairs right in here. We showed you down by lane 1, and then it goes all the way down toward lane 72 down there. We're not using all the pairs though. So 72 lanes straight across here at Sunset Station, and a huge concourse too. It's a great bowling center for tournament of this level, where you got plenty of room for bleachers and spectators. There are even huge bleachers set up. Of course, nobody's bowling on the high end, so there's not many people in them right now on that side, but big bleachers set up across the bowling center here make it easy to watch. Tamara Thompson working on a double. If you're looking for Deandra Zvady and the leaders on the live scoring, they're currently on 27 and 28. They're moving this direction slowly but surely. We will see them for the final game. Front five for that shot where she just left the split for Stephanie Mackin. She left the 3-4-6-7 split. If you don't subscribe to our channel, please click that subscribe button right above the video you're watching. We are only 22 away from 10,000, so help us get there. It is free. You can join our team here at Bowl TV and become one of our many subscribers. And she did make it, by the way. I should have flipped it over in time, but she made the split. Angiola with a strike in the fifth. Nicole Parkhurst working on a double. Kelsey Anderson, 3 strikes in a row. JP asking if any lane breakdowns today. I don't think I've seen any. all the breakdowns yesterday, for the most part, were very minor, and there was only one major one that delayed things a little bit, kind of threw things out of whack, but it didn't cause too big of a problem. Standings coming in here after game 2. Gabriella Mayfield in the lead at plus 71. Nicole Trudell plus 62. Melissa Wunsch plus 57. Amanda Falk plus 54. Corinne Lieber and Anna Marie Gross at plus 53. What's the common denominator among all those bowlers? They all have a lot of points coming into today. That's really having an impact on the overall rankings. And starting to tighten up a little bit in these overall rankings. Deandra Beatty now 23rd for the day. It gives her 50 points if it were to stay that way. Josie Ernest is 7th on the day. That would give her 52 points. Danielle McEwen 10th for the day. It gives her 54 if it holds up. Sarah Locher at 77 points if it holds up for her. You've got a lot of the players that were in the top of the overall standings in double digits so far today in the standings. It's very interesting. We're going to have to see how this plays out over the next couple hours. Could be a wild and crazy finish here. It was last year. Very hard to figure out last year who our champion was going to be. And complicating that even further this year is the fact that we got to figure out 3 players who are going to, that we have to worry about to make the show. Not worrying about a champion yet. That'll come later tonight on the stepladder. Things are getting very interesting if it continues to trend this way. Deandra Beatty's making her move. She went front 4, 8 spare strike. She's on 27 and 28 if you want to watch that on the live scoring. And Jackie Carbonetto and Sarah Locher continuing to struggle here on this London pattern, 44 feet. Jackie's minus 55 today and 84 in the 5th this game. As Stephanie makes the washout. So it's going to be very interesting. There's a lot of people who still have a chance to make it into the top 3. A lot of people. Lauren Johnson trying to play a very straight line. She's right there. She's left a 4-pin. Sometimes it's better to play a little straighter. Tamara Thompson leaves the 6-10 here in the 9th. As game 3 is starting to wrap up. Missed 10 pin there for Angiola. One of the top men going to be on the featured pairs today is the question in the chat. Last game this afternoon. They start at 12:45. So around 4:45, 5 o'clock is when we will see the final pairing for the men. And then 6 p.m. Pacific time is when we're scheduled to start the stepladder finals. And you're definitely going to want to tune in for that. I promise you it's going to be amazing. USA for 2013. By the way, we're only 10 subscribers away from 10,000. So if you haven't subscribed yet, do me a favor. Please subscribe to our channel and set up that email alert so you can get an update every time we post a new video. We're so close. We started like 500 or 600 away a few days ago, and we're almost to that 10,000 number. So please click subscribe. It's completely free, and you can join our team here at Bowl TV. 7 pin for Stephanie here in the second shot in the 10th. She's going to shoot 239 with the spare, so a great game for her. Lauren Johnson had 171. Kelsey Anderson's 10th frame just getting underway. Leaves the 7 pin, her max 214. All right, only 5 subscribers away, getting close. Morgan O'Brien, front 7 right now on lane 26. I see you guys are mentioning some other people who had strings of strikes. If you can let me know what lanes they're on, that is helpful. Three subscribers away. Nicole Parkhurst, 223 is her max. .35, Kayla Johnson had the front 8, went 5 spare. Wonder if she left like a super washout or something. Final shot for Tamara Thompson. She shoots 211. Hey, we reached 10,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, everybody. That is great news. Let's see if we can do a little celebration here. Yay, 10,000. Slow it down, do it again. So thank you, everybody. Much appreciated. Well, game number 3 is completed on the featured pairs. And we'll wait for the bowlers to move over. They've got the 10th frame to go down there on those pairs, so it will be a couple of minutes before they move down. So hang in there, and we'll get started with game 4 in just a couple of minutes. You can keep an eye on the live scoring. Deandra, Beatty, and the leaders are around 25 through 30 lanes. 27 is where Deandra is, and Deandra can max at 247 here in this game. So as you can see, we are started with game number 4. Katie Marr, Sarah Munch, Courtney Couch on this pair. Melanie DiCarlo, Erica Schneider on the other pair. And I think it might be Courtney Partnow, although it doesn't show the last name on the scoreboard. Just talked to Neil Stremmel during that break between games, and he is going to come sit up with us the last 2 games and try to help us decipher the points down the stretch, because it gets a little hairy, a little confusing, especially when you have people at the top of the standings who are going the wrong direction in the overall, or in the daily standings. It's going to get real tight, I think. Deandra's probably the one that has the best chance to really lock things up. Courtney trying to pick up the spare here, and she does in the second frame. Katie has the best score on the pair, plus 55 today, and she's got the front 3 this game. Kiana asking in the chat if there are any backup bowlers so far. I don't think they have any backup bowlers in the tournament this year. I have seen them in the past, though. Deandra and the leaders are now around 35 in that zone. The overall leaders, I should say. As Melanie leaves the 4-pin. Here's Katie working on the front 3. Leaves the 2-5. Deandra at plus 56 this game. Jackie Carbonetto, this block. Jackie Carbonetto minus 54. Sarah Locher at minus 38. Danielle McEwen plus 16. Josie Ernest plus 29. Josie only shot 181 last game. It's going to be very, very close at the end here when we look at who the top three are going to be for the step ladder. Deandra's the one who has the best chance to really secure a spot. And she really helped herself by shooting 240 that last game. Deb says it sounds like it will take them an hour to figure out the winner again, just like last year. It did take a while last year. It was very, very, very close. I think it'll be a little quicker this year, only because there's a better system in place to get the results coming out. So we should have the results pretty fast once they finish. But yeah, this point system, if it's real close going into the last game, there's so many variables that can impact it. I just got the standings after game 3, and we'll kind of focus on the overall at this stage. Well, right now, Deandra Asbady has moved up to 6th on this squad, or on this block, and that would give her 33 points if she stayed there. And then it starts to drop off a little bit. Josie Ernest, 59 points. Danielle McEwen, 62. Elise Bolton, 79. Brittany Hamilton at 86. So we'll have to see what happens here down the stretch. There are some people who are pretty far down the standings that can really still have an impact if they can bowl good the last 3 games and move up. That would be Sarah Locher, Jackie Carbonetto, Leanne Holsenberg, Missy Parkin. Some of the ones that could still be an impact in this event down the stretch here. We've got about 2.5 games to go. It's going to be pretty exciting in these final couple of games. So you're going to want to stick around for sure to keep an eye on what's going on, and as we figure out exactly what's happening here down the stretch. Right now, Deandra Asbady is in great shape. She just keeps doing what she's doing. She will likely likely be the top seed for the show tonight. But still a lot of work to be done. 2.5 games left. So far this game, Deandra strike, open, double. And players like Jackie Carbonetto and Sarah Loker, who started the day second and third, really have to start to press now to get strikes. They don't have a lot of time left, and they have to make big moves. In the daily standings today. Scores are relatively low today. Nobody has shot 700 for the first 3 games. 27 bowlers at even or better, but only 11 bowlers at plus 41 or higher. Katie gets the strike in the 7th. Remember, any ties for points will be broken by total pinfall. Any ties for points are broken by total pinfall. So if you have a tie for third, broken by total pinfall. That is the rule. And you never know. It could happen. Definitely could have a tie at some point near the top of the standings. Just have to wait and see. It's all going to be pretty close. And follow the live scoring on 35 and 36. For Deandra, Jackie, and Sarah. And to the pair to their right and the pair to their left are the other players who were near the top of the standings and the overall standings coming into today. Josie Ernest starting to turn it up a notch. Strike, spare, triple for her. Starting to wrap up this 4th game. And Neil Stremmel is come to join us. Good morning, Neil.
Good morning.
USBC Managing Director of National Governing Body. And Neil is, he's got like 1 million degrees in like math and physics and all kinds of stuff, right? So
1.2 million.
Yeah, so you should be able to help us decipher this points thing as we head down the stretch. I'm hoping, at least. I'm putting you on the spot. You're the guy who is the big boss in charge of this tournament, so we're going to put you on the spot to help us figure it out here down the stretch.
Yeah, mainly when we get close to the end, I'll fake left and go right. We need some kind of, some of the NASCAR scientists to, be able to lay it out for us, frame by frame, because they're like lap by lap. They know exactly who's gonna win the overall point standing and all that stuff. No, but we should have it pretty well laid out. The updates that are on bowl.com and the emails that are being sent out are pretty helpful. So that should help us out. But
I think one thing that we can count on is if Deandra Asbady continues to bowl well, she's going to make the top 3, because she's got 33 points right now if she stayed 6th, and she just needs to stay in the top 18 to make the top 3 for sure. So that much I figured out on my own. I got that one down.
You're a genius.
Yeah, I got that part down. I had to get Rod Ross to help me confirm that last night before I wrote my story, but Deandra controls her own destiny, and she just needs, her goal probably is just to stay in that top 17 or 18 to be locked in. The rest of it,
she's got a very good lead.
Yeah, the rest of it is really up for grabs, I think, because you've got some people who are near the top of the standings who are not bowling as well today, and they've accumulated a lot of points in our hypothetical scenario that we're doing with the points in the based on finishes today.
Correct. Yeah, there's a few that have moved down, and there's a couple that have taken some pretty good steps forward, and we just have to keep watching it. It'll get more solid as each game is bowled, and we're close to the end of Game 4. So we get to the end of Game 4 and get those updates, and then same with Game 5. We should have a pretty good feel. But right now, like you said, Deandra has a very solid lead. She's still in first, plus she's bowling well. Josie Ernest and Danielle McEwen are second and third, and they're bowling pretty decently as well. And they have Josie has a 20-point lead over fourth place. So that helps. We have a couple people making some moves, like Kayla Bandy and is that Ashley Galante that's in the lead so far today. But she's
so far today, Gabriella Mayfield in the lead for the day.
That's probably who I'm looking at. So she's taking a step forward, that's for sure. But virtually impossible for her to move into the top 3.
Well, one thing that we know for sure is that the least amount of points that it's going to take to make the top 3 is 43. Yeah, because that was third place was Sarah Loker coming into today at 42.
Yeah.
The best she can get is 43.
Correct.
And nobody behind her can get ahead of that. So it's going to be at least 43 to make it into the top 3, but probably more than that, and it could be as high as 80. I mean, you just don't know.
Correct. It'll probably be about 60.
Yeah, it'll probably be somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah.
And a lot of it comes down to how other people are bowling who may not have an impact on their own overall standings. They can't make the top 3, but when you look at the top 3 so far today, they all have triple-digit overall ranking points.
Yeah, so it's going to be hard for them to get to 60, or I should say impossible.
Yeah, they can't get there. Yeah. Yeah.
But obviously, they're taking away, this isn't coming out quite right, but they're taking away points from people ahead of them. So that's how, everybody affects this tournament. And this is probably, Atlanta is, in my opinion, the toughest pattern, but for the women, this is London. It's another very difficult pattern, and it's going to be right there with Atlanta. I think the guys will be able to move in a little bit deeper and find some more hold, and the girls are going with some Aberlon and playing further out right. So
Deandra Asbady's trying to make it interesting. 143 in the 8th, just had a split. And if Deandra starts to drop this last couple of games, then that will make things, puts another spot in play, is what happens. And someone mentioning in the chat that Missy Parkin is bowling well with going at a 279 pace. But here's the problem for Missy. She finished 61st yesterday, I believe.
Yep. Exactly.
And so, I mean, that's a lot of points in one day. She's 16th, second, 61st. So her problem is that she already coming into the day had 80 points. And so it's really hard to envision a scenario where she can make the top 3, even if she wins the day. It's possible, but unlikely.
Yeah, she needs several people. She needs to move up, and then she needs
a
several
lot
people
of help
in the top, say 2, 3, 4, 5 to not bowl well.
Yeah, that finish yesterday really hurt Missy's chances.
Yeah, her last 2 games affected her a lot, and she was upset by it. And we all know that's the way it goes. And when you look at the selection committee, those are the kind of things that'll be evaluated, and just like we do every year.
Katie shot 218, Sarah 191, and Courtney looking at 203 max for this game. Erica looking at 179. Melanie split here in the 10th, so she'll be in the 170s more than likely. And Courtney can strike out for 205. But
yeah, some lower scores, and that's I think what we can expect from today. We might go up the last game, but a smattering of 200s here and there by some people, but much tougher to maintain that all day.
It's not uncommon in events like this, in my experience, for the people at the top of the overall standings coming into the day to turn it up a notch in the last couple of games and bowl well and put up some big scores. That's not uncommon, and I would expect we'll see that.
Yeah, we see that in world competition because they're focused and they step it up, and that's what they do, and that's what they're used to, and that's what we need.
Deandra Esvedi, another
split.
Open. Yeah, 152 in the 9th. All that does is throw another wrench in the gears.
The calculations.
Yeah.
She's plus 56. She might lose
most of
that.
Yeah. And so what that means is she was 6th coming into this game on this block, and she certainly is going to drop from 6th, and that's just going to start adding more points to her total. Hypothetical points, I should say. No points are given until the end of the block. It's important to note.
Correct.
It's a fluid number. It's constantly changing.
But it's similar, it's similar to what we were saying about Missy. If Deandra ended up 61st,
that's right. Yeah.
All of a sudden it's hard for her to get that number of 60 that we were already talking about.
McEwen 236 according to the chat.
Yep, that's a good solid number. That should move her up a little bit. Like I said, this pattern's tougher, so 220s, 230s are very good numbers.
Courtney, 7 count, 10th here.
And she had 4 in a row. That was the 11th frame there.
So she'll be at 190s this game, looks like.
Yeah, we do have a few people that, for the first 3 games, averaging 230. Amanda Falk and Gabriella Mayfield, Caleb Andy and Nicole Trudell bowling well. First few games here as well. Get this latest update and see how they're doing.
Yeah, the updates have been coming in pretty quick, so it shouldn't take too long. And we're starting to have the leaders move our direction, and they'll be in front of us for the last game.
Yep, that'll be convenient.
That will be helpful. The live scoring also helpful because if we need to look around and see what somebody else is bowling, we can. But there's a lot of people that still have a chance to make the top 3, get an automatic spot on Team USA, make the step ladder, and bowl for a chance to represent the United States in the World Cup. All that's going to be coming up tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I imagine we shouldn't have any problem getting started right on time, I would think. The guys should end by 5:30 or so, and then standings will get updated, and they'll pick the lane condition, and Eric will get out there, run the lanes real quick, and we should get started pretty close to 6 o'clock, I would guess.
Yeah, it should only be a couple of lanes to run, 8 or 10, and
the higher seed gets to pick the pattern, which could be a big deal. I mean, obviously the big advantage being the top seed, you get to pick the pattern, and you only have to bowl 1 game.
Yeah.
If you're the number 2 seed, you will get to pick the pattern in the semifinal.
Versus the 3 seed,
yeah. Versus the 3 seed who gets nothing and will like it.
Be happy to be here.
Yeah. 181 for Deandra. She doubled in the 10th. Sarah Loker,
that was key.
Yeah, Sarah Loker 201. She struck out in the 10th, last 5. It's big for her. Josie Ernest, and she bowled 223. Danielle McEwen 236, and Elise Bolton 225, all on the same pair. So it looks like they caught a good pair.
37 and 38, yeah.
And those are 3 bowlers who can get in the same part of the lane and do well. And it looks like they all got it figured out that game, and that will definitely help all 3 of them here with only a couple of games to go.
I'm checking on the status of the scores and the updates to try to make sure that gets sent out to everybody as quickly as possible.
Yeah, this is the most critical time for that. We've got to get those updates as quick as possible. They've been doing a good job so far this morning. We've got on this pair, Kayla Johnson, you see her there, Allie Ijams and Megan Kelly on 51 and 52. And 53 and 54, Brenda Padilla, Erin McCarthy, and Paige Crashar, or something similar.
Yep. I think she's 11 years old today.
You say everybody's 11 years old.
Yeah. I guess my son is 12, and I should realize that they're probably not 11. They look very young to me, though. Megan Kelly with a good strike to start it off.
Here's Brenda. Brenda's plus 17 today. And the format for tonight, for somebody who's asking in the chat, it's just a regular step ladder, just like you'd see on TV. They bowl 1 game, and the winner moves on, and the loser is done.
Correct. The one good thing is all 3 players will have made Team USA. But again, this is similar to WTBA competition where you bowl all week long, or you bowl, it's your 6 games for singles, and then you bowl 1 game to determine if you go to the gold medal match, and if you lose, you get the bronze. If you win, you go to the gold medal match, and you got to win that game to get the gold medal, and that's what we deal with all the time internationally, and that's key. Yeah, Brenda picks up that split, 6-7-10.
Yeah, we didn't have the camera on it, but it's a good split conversion.
Yeah. She's throwing something charcoal that looks like it absorbs light. So I think she's been in the back hitting it with Avalon all 5 games now. So we shall see how that works out for her. It's working out for her okay. She's plus thus far today. That's one of the dullest balls I've seen in a while, though. Actually, it looks like a black hammer from here, and I don't think that's what it is. Kayla's about to step up on 51.
Brenda breaks up the split.
She almost had another split there.
Looks like Kayla backed off.
Tight shot there, and Kayla's playing it pretty straight up. Almost got the 4-9. It's a little high because it is pretty tight. Brenda covers her spare.
I think everybody's anxiously waiting for the next round of standings to come in. It should be coming pretty soon. Usually the leaders are the last ones to finish the game. And so everybody's in game 5 right now.
Yeah, maybe it's the live pair that ends up, with the delays, because everyone wants to go powder their nose before they come bowl here.
You're saying the live scoring's down in the chat, but it looks like it's working to me.
Looks like it's back.
Yep, it's up and running.
Good ball there by Aaron. Nice, solid, tight line like I was saying. So everybody's moved everything in, not swinging it a whole lot. Playing it pretty tight. So now you get to see Brenda's charcoal ball that she's about to throw down the middle of the lane. And tough 10 pin there.
There's a look at Deandra Beatty way down to our left. She'll be coming on to the pair for the next game. You can see the group of leaders, Josie, Danielle, Sarah, Leanne, all bunched together.
With Deandra, yes.
Yep, and they're going to be coming to the featured pair next game. Deandra Beatty, of course, trying to make Team USA for the 15th consecutive year.
Yeah, and while she's been selected a time or two, she's bowled her way on several times as well. And it just goes to show her consistency, her commitment, and her skill level.
You can see Jason Belmonte is here. He's down there talking to her.
Yeah, I was down there earlier, and he showed up. He was bowling some of the Chris Paul event over the weekend, so he showed up. And you'd think they're talking about strategy and whatnot. Now they're just joking around. We were talking about some of the two-handers we have on the guys' side, and he was interested in hearing how many we had, and I told him that we allow two-handers on our team as well.
Someone asked in the chat if USBC has banned backup bowlers. No, definitely not. They've not banned any backup bowlers. I haven't seen any in the tournament this year. We did have Adam Martinez, who made Junior Team USA, as a really, really good backup bowler.
And he won Junior Gold that year, actually.
He's a great bowler.
But, yeah, that's the last backup bowler we've had on either team that and the only one I'm even aware of that's been on either team. Would have to be quite a few years before that.
There's Megan Kelly. Leaves the washout on that one.
Did not finish, yes.
So we're still waiting on the leaders to come over. They will be coming in for the last game. Let's see Danielle McEwen there. She led a couple of rounds this week. Still trying to hang in there to earn another spot on the team and have a chance to successfully defend her title here at the Team USA Trials.
Yeah,
only Shannon Plahowski has won back-to-back.
Yeah, that would be quite an accomplishment.
Especially in this point system where it really rewards the versatility and consistency over the days. It would be a major accomplishment for Danielle McEwen if she could somehow find a way to go back-to-back and win this event again.
Yeah, it'd be an accomplishment for anybody, but she's a young bowler and really worked on her game, learned a lot. She was good to begin with, and I'd like to think that time at the ITRC as well as with the coaching staff of Team USA has helped her out a lot.
Should be getting the standings here pretty soon, I think. Brittany Hamilton front 5 right now this game. Brittany still has a pretty good outside chance to make it into the top 3. She's been real steady I talked to her yesterday, and she said, I haven't really done anything great, but I haven't done anything terrible. She's been pretty steady across the board, and that may pan out well for her if things continue as the way they have so far. She was 5th coming into this one, but we just got the update.
Yep, she's still in 5th. Deandra's still 1st.
But I imagine it's tightened up a little bit, and it has.
Danielle is 2nd, and Josie is 3rd. And Elise has moved into 4th. Missy has moved into 6th.
And here's the important thing for Deandra. She's in 14th place right now on this squad, and she needs to stay 18th or better to guarantee a spot in the step ladder. So right now she's accomplishing her goal of staying in that top 18. And the fact that she's 14th after shooting 180 last game, I think she's probably pretty happy with that. And she has started this game with an open and 3 consecutive strikes.
Yeah, I think that last game where she had back-to-back splits and had 150-something in the 9th, but then saved a $180 with a double in the 10th. I think that was key. But yeah, overall she's got 41 points by being 14th today, and still pretty solidly in the lead. But Josie and Danielle are neck and neck. They're tied pinfall-wise today, and they're 1 point difference.
Yes.
So right now, 1 pin is the difference between 2nd and 3rd.
It's going to be close down the stretch, I think.
Yes, it will.
And a lot of this will depend on what Deandra does. If Deandra finishes strong, she can snap up one of those spots early on, but if she were to falter for some reason, then that puts another spot in play.
That's true.
So, but the picture is starting to get a little clearer for Deandra Esbady at this point. And she would love nothing more than to bowl a big game here in Game 5 and kind of put a lot of the pressure off of herself. If she can come out and shoot a 230 or 240 game here, that would take a lot of pressure off that last game.
Yeah.
At least in terms of making the top 3. Because I think for Deandra, goal number 1 here this week is to make the team. After that, anything else is gravy. And she would love to bowl the World Cup again. She's bowled it.
I think
3 times. Yeah. She won it in Venezuela.
Yep, exactly.
In Caracas, I think 2007 or 2008, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I was there when she's trying to get that trophy home. She's
yes.
Trying to get it shipped.
It was very fragile.
She's trying to get it home on the plane.
Looks like she struck again.
Check it. Yep. So that's a big plus there for her.
Again, Deandra will be coming to the featured pairs for the last game. Question in our chat, will the team announcements be live streamed by you? Yes, we will be live streaming tonight the stepladder finals and the announcement of Team USA 2013. So I imagine some of the players who aren't here may be watching the live stream tonight, like Shannon O'Keefe and Stephanie Nation, Kelly Kulick, Liz Johnson, Chris Barnes. All of those guys will be bowling in the charity event tonight. But there'll be a lot of interested people watching the live stream tonight to see who makes the team.
And from my understanding, Missy may be leaving from here to go bowl that event as well. So if she doesn't make the top 3, she'll be watching on live streaming to hear if she made the team or not. And as I say that, she leaves
That's a split.
Almost a Greek church.
So be sure to join us tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. 9 p.m. Eastern time for the finals show. 6 p.m. here local time in Vegas. And all those leaders are going to be moving to our featured pairs for the last game.
Yep, that'll include Sarah Locker, whose grandfather just got on the live chat. Congratulations to him. He's should be a proud papa. She is currently in overall 7th. She's had a great year. She's already made the junior team through junior gold and has been bowling well for quite some time now. And has a shot again today to make the adult team, the big team.
Deandra struck again, so she's got 5 in a row. She keeps that up. It's going to make it a little easier for us down the stretch. Danielle McEwen has not doubled this game, but has not opened. Josie Ernest hasn't opened, but has a double. So they're both going at about the same pace.
Yeah. And they're already tied as it is.
Yes, and they were second and third in the hypothetical overall standings. Elise Bolton, who is right there in fourth, is
open and a double as well.
Open and a double as well. Yeah. So those three who really bowled very well last game, or the scoring pace for them has slowed down a little bit this game. That's what happens when you move lanes.
Just got a smile from Kayla Johnson, who threw her 5th strike in a row here this game.
I'll tell you, Kayla Johnson, I think she's a really great bowler. I really like her physical game and the way that she gets through the ball and has the power and the revs. It really is an impressive style, and sometimes she really struggles with her carry, though. And talk about somebody who could be really benefit from the Team USA program if she could ever get on the team. I think Kayla Johnson is one of them who could really improve, and kind of a Michelle Feldman caliber kind of bowler, I think.
Yeah, I've known her for a while, and I'd love for her to make it. And when you get down to it, yesterday, if you heard me talking about this with that pattern, I talked about how we really needed people that are, soft at the bottom and, cut back on the power and whatnot. And she actually bowled very well yesterday. I think she finished 8th on the day, and that showed me a lot. Showed me something that she's able to deal with these long patterns like we're watching today, but she's also able to handle something that takes a little finesse. She carries a 10-pin on that shot for her 6th in a row.
Deandra left a single pin, it looks like, on that 5-bagger.
Yep.
So she's shooting a spare down there.
Kayla started with 3 9 counts, so you move to a new pair, you got to kind of get a feel for it, and then you got to make a move and get in the right spot and start striking, and that's exactly what she did. And it's harder to do on this pattern, because even if you find the right spot, you really got to throw it good to be consistent and continue to strike, and that's what she's done. She's bowled well the last couple of days.
The last game, we're going to have our leaders on the featured pair, so stay tuned. It's not very far away, only about 4 or 5 frames away from having them step in and join us. Brenda Padilla bowling well this game with a 5-bagger. Megan Kelly working on 3 in a row. Just chopped out that 7 for a 4-bagger. Of course, Kayla's got a 6-bagger, so we got some strikes starting to come for some of these players. Brittany Hamilton really bowling well, can shoot 260 this game. That would really help her out a lot.
Yep.
Brittany's in a position where she really needs to finish probably in the top 5 or maybe even higher to have any chance to make it in. She's been real steady this week, but
no top 10
no
finishes.
Top 10 finishes. That's the problem for her. So she's looking at a situation where she really has to finish very strong to have a sniff at it, and she needs some help. But it's possible. Yeah. It's definitely possible for her to get there.
She's always been a good bowler. She finished her collegiate career really strongly. She won a gold medal in the World Youth in Finland, or silver medal, excuse me. But her backswing appears to have changed to me, and I think it's a step in the right direction. And but she's not quite there, and so for her to continue to be consistent like this shows me a lot. And I think if we continued in that direction, worked on it a little bit, she'd take another great step forward. But she's a good player.
There's Brittany. Deandra, by the way, left the 6-10 in the 7th and chopped it.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so it opened for her in the 7th, but she struck in the 8th. So she can still shoot 245 this game.
So she went to the Neil Strummel School of Bowling also.
Yes.
Nice chop there.
The Neil Strummel School of Spare Shooting.
Figure out a way to chop it and do that.
Brenda's got a good line today.
Yep.
6 in a row.
Her ball absorbs light, but it's still striking, so It's okay. She's actually getting it out. She's actually one of the few that are swinging it a little bit more. A lot of players are playing it fairly straight and fairly tight, and she is too. But she's got a little more swing and a little more recovery with the ball that she has.
Kind of keeping an eye on the scores, and I tell you that pair with McEwen, Ernest, and Bolton is not turning into be a very high-scoring pair.
Yeah, they all scored well last.
Josie
game.
just split.
Out. Now Kayla finished that game with a spare and a strike for a 247. Very
That's
solid
a great game.
Yep. Great game on this pattern, that's for sure.
There's Deandra again, and she's not happy. She left a split, it looks like. Can't really tell what it is from here, but just doesn't feel like Deandra's able to put it away here. You know, she's had some chances today to really put it away, solidify a spot.
Yeah, the last
game
frames.
she had a couple opens at the end of the game, and this time she's kind of stumbling a bit towards the end of the game. She's got to be a little frustrated.
Brittany Hamilton just spared down there to she should shoot 248 with a strike, and she'll be moving right in front of us here in a minute. Brenda Padilla going into the 10th with about a 6 or 7 bagger going.
Yeah, 6 in a row. She can max out at 268 this game. Be a pretty nice game for her, although I think she's a little bit too far down the standings to, it's 19th. She had a bad day on the short, finished 67th, so that kind of hurt her chances after day 2. But she's bowling better today.
Yep.
That's a good shot. She's always got that intensity level up, too.
No matter what.
Yep. It's a sign of a true competitor right there.
Megan Kelly had a 4-bagger, and she spares in the 10th, and now she's looking at 222 with a fill ball strike.
Yep. And Allie Ijams shot 199. Paige can max at 181 here, but Split's going to put her at 160 if she gets one of them. Yep. Deandra covered the split, apparently, the 5-count split. I believe it was a 3, 4, 6, 7, 10. If I saw it from a distance is what it looked like.
That's a mouthful there.
Yeah.
3, 4, 6, 7, 10. All right.
You got what I'm saying. 3 on the right, 2 on the left.
Yeah. Rachel Giddings just left a split. Starting to see a lot more splits at the end of this game. I'm thinking that everybody needs to be making a move, and it's not happening.
Yeah.
Brenda kept her string going, but other than that, it's
some good games, though, this game.
Yeah.
Brittany with 248. Kayla Johnson at 247. So you got some good games out there.
Yep, this is the game game 5, we start to see things open up a little bit, and some people start to put it together.
Deandra can max at 225, but I don't know if she struck or not, did she?
Looks like she did. I saw pins flying all over the place.
Yeah, I think that she did strike, and it looks like she's talking some strategy with Belmo.
Now I think Belmo told her to throw a strike. I think he said, throw another one.
Coaching is allowed, so keep that in mind.
Brenda finishes that game out, 268. Last 9 in a row. Very good game. Danielle finally put a few strikes together and got a 216 out of that, finishing with the last 4. No opens, no doubles until the 9th and 10th.
There's Josie. She needs a big 10th frame here. She can only max at 192.
Yeah, she needs 5 strikes in the 10th, I think.
She didn't strike.
Oh,
wait a minute. Maybe she did.
I think she tripped it.
There's Deandra. We follow her. She did not strike.
No.
All of our leaders are finishing up this game and headed this direction. Aaron McCarthy's going to shoot 189, it looks like.
If I'm seeing it correctly, it looks like Missy Parkin bowled a 150 that game. That is not going to help her. She had moved into about 6th in the overall points total. 7th for the day, but that's going to drop her down quite a bit. I see a couple of splits and a couple of 9 misses. That's painful.
Yes, it is. And Missy is kind of, we already knew it, but out of play for the top 3 going into the last game.
Yeah, based on her 61st yesterday. And she's got a couple of second place finishes on a couple of the tougher patterns, and that'll be interesting to see how the selection committee comes out.
Josie got the double in the 10th, so she shoots 190.
Yeah, but she will fall behind Danielle. They were tied for the day, and they should put Danielle solidly into second place.
And 203 for Elise Bolton.
That's my daughter's name as well. And Jason Overstreet's daughter's name is Elise.
So we wait for the start of the next game.
She was ahead of her time, apparently, though. Yeah, so everybody's making their move and getting ready to bowl the 6th and final game of this event, unless, of course, you're in the top 3.
I feel kind of nervous. You know, it's a lot of tension in the air. You just don't know what's going to happen here.
I'm sweating.
Yeah, it's if we're sweating up here, I can only imagine what the players are doing. I mean,
I know.
If I'm in this situation, I'm just trying to get as many pins as I can and not worrying about the situation, because that's only going to make it worse for you. You're going to get more nervous.
Yeah. I rarely find myself in that situation, or it's been a very long time anyways.
Yeah.
So I just, don't think about it, just throw the ball.
Well, Brittany's going to start things off to the right here. Still with an outside shot to make it in, but she needs a huge game. I mean, to really have any hope.
Yeah, that was a bit high. She tripped the 4 out of the 4-9, so that was lucky for her, and hopefully she'll make a small move on that. Like I said, everybody's starting to go high. I think first frames are going to be critical here. Every pin counts, and need to make a bit of a move. Missy's going to be high also.
My gut feeling,
so much so that she got a Brooklyn
she gets
strike.
Brooklyn. My gut feeling is that for Brittany to have any chance, she probably needs to lead the day, and she probably needs to shoot 250 this game. It's kind of my feeling at this point. She shot 240 last game, which should help her out, move her up a little bit. But she's really got to get up into the top 1, 2, 3 on the day to have any chance. And I still think it's a stretch.
Yeah, because she's, I mean, even as sitting in the top 10, I mean, she's still sitting at, 80 points plus, 82. Yeah. So the best she can get down to is about 73 if she leads, like you said. And I don't think 73 is going to make that move unless, Elise, Josie, and Danielle, 2 out of those 3 need to have a poor game.
Yeah, and, I'm just saying, in order for Brittany to give herself a chance, a look, she's got to have the big game.
Yeah.
And, Brittany came into the day with 72 points. So her best possible, like you said, is 73. That's her best possible score.
And she is sitting in 10th after 4 games. So she'll move further into the top 10, in my opinion, after that last game. But that's only going to get her a few more points.
Yeah, Brittany's now at 113 over. And that should move her up probably, I would guess, as high as 5th.
Yeah, and that would then put her at about 78 points, 77 points. And, she would need Elise and Josie. Danielle had a pretty decent game. Elise and Josie would need to not not come through as well. And Elise starts off game 6 with a strike. It's always a good sign. Like I said, people are going high. You need to be ready with that.
Oh, wow. Pocket 7-10 for Deandra.
Yeah, that was a good shot. That was not high. Danielle covers her first spare.
51 and 52 for the live scoring for Deandra Beatty. 53 and 54 for McEwen, Ernest, and Bolton. And Deandra shot .215 last game. That probably won't hurt her. That's a little more than par today, I think.
Yeah, I think
so.
so.
Among the leaders.
She looked to be on a better pace than that, so I'm sure she's not overly happy with that in the end.
And my feeling, Neil, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that the players probably don't have a lot of idea what's going on. They
have no clue what's going on. No, I'm just kidding.
No, they probably don't, actually. I bet they're not really looking at the standings because so many factors outside of their control will impact what happens here in this last game.
Well, we do have the email updates. We have a lot of the family members and the players checking the standings. It's up on the monitors.
Yep.
So
I know that Deandra's not a score watcher for sure.
Yeah.
She doesn't like to know.
And actually, I'm not seeing people trying to see the scores roll around to see where they're at and everything. So
yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. They're not really doesn't look like
right.
they're focused on it right now, which is probably the best mindset to have.
Yeah.
Let us focus on it and let them just bowl, right?
Yeah, it's just like we said, to keep yourself from getting too nervous. Just knock as many pins down as you can, and don't think as much about it.
Deandra, oh my gosh, you kidding me? Back-to-back 7-10s to start this game.
That one was a little lighter than the other, but neither deserve the most difficult split in bowling right there.
Wow, I mean,
that was brutal.
That is not what you want to see in this final game if you're Deandra Beatty.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still in good shape, I think.
Oh yeah.
But back-to-back 7-10s to start the game. Not ideal. Although the good news for Deandra is that they're not like 3-6-9 10s or 2-8 10s or something that she's pretty close to getting lined up. Just a couple of bad breaks.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, you can't make a huge move off of that. We'll see what she does because she can't continue to do that. Although I would figure out how to give her a patch if she left 10 of those in a row.
She posted on her Facebook a couple of days ago that in one block she left 4 pocket 7-10s in the block. And so she left, I know I saw her leave one yesterday, so she's up to at least 7 for the tournament, which that's a lot of pocket 7-10s.
That's true.
Here is Sarah Locher.
Nice direct shot, but a 10-pin.
Brittany Hamilton spare 3-bagger this game.
And Missy Park in front 4. So they know they need to put up some numbers to make a solid move here.
Danielle McEwen, another one still in the hunt here.
Very much so.
As soon as we get that update, we'll let you know. It should be coming soon, I think.
Yep. She very
great shot.
Direct line, great shot, held and carried.
I tell you, Danielle, 2 days ago, finished with 290 the last game to really jump up the standings. Yesterday, she finished with, I think, 245 or 248 the last game. So she's been turning it up a notch for the last game, the last couple of days, and we'll see if that continues.
Yep,
here, this one. Because if she bowls a big game, I say she's probably going to make it into the top 3.
She's on a 290 pace right now. So
yeah, if she can max at 290, but only the 3rd frame. It's completed, so.
Yeah, but she's on a 290 pace.
She is. She can max 290. Brittany with another strike. Yeah.
She's a little further along, though.
If you're Brittany, you may not be able to get in the top 3, but hey, you can make your case for the selection committee if you can get the 4th or 5th and have a pretty good case to get selected.
Yeah, she could make a good case because all of her numbers are good, and here's a top 10, and her overall pinfall would be very solid as well.
And Brittany is a past Team USA member as well, so she is also eligible for the selection process as far as that goes, I believe.
Correct.
So she has some opportunities if she doesn't make the top 3. But you never like to leave it to that. You'd rather bowl your way on and have it guaranteed.
You know, there's you bowl your way on, that's all there is to it. No excuses.
Here's Elise Bolton shooting the spare.
Missy Parkin with the front 5.
Missy, another one trying to impress the selection committee at this point.
Yep.
All right, here's Deandra. Let's see what happens on this one. Back-to-back 7-10s to start the game.
I predict that it will not be a pocket 7-10.
And you almost were wrong. Wow.
That was a little light again. Yeah, the one on 51 and this one were both a bit light, and she needs to be a little more direct and get it rolling head first into the pocket there.
That was very close to being another pocket 7-10 right there.
And Danielle, another solid strike, showing me that she knows what she's doing.
And one thing we haven't mentioned is that there are a couple of Junior Team USA spots available too, and that's really hard to figure out all this stuff going on at the same time. But
that's an excellent point, and it's pretty safe to say that Elise will be finding herself on at least the Junior Team USA this year, and obviously has a great chance at the big team.
Yeah, so there are spots available for Junior Team, and Elise is in good position. And we heard cheering from Morgan O'Brien, and I said, well, wait a minute, she's a little bit further down, but she's in the hunt for one of those automatic Junior Team USA spots. So that's what's on the line for her right now.
Yeah, she covered a tough washout spare over there, and the crowd erupted.
Josie leaves the 7-pin on the double. Don't forget, stepladder finals coming up tonight.
Yep,
6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yep, immediately after the men finish, we'll be getting that all set up.
Danielle McEwen, look at her turning it up a notch here in the last game.
Yep.
Wow. Spare 4-bagger, just like she's done the last couple of days.
Yep, we're seeing Morgan getting a strike there.
She's got a cheering committee. She only shot 179 last game, it looks like, so she may be in a position where she needs some strikes, but she's smiling and having a good time, so it looks like she's in good shape down there, mentally at least. Brittany finally stopped striking. She left a 4-pin in the 7th. And here's Deandra. Can she get the carry going here?
Looks like she went a little deeper, started a little deeper.
Yep, that's better.
Moved everything in. Moved her feet and her ball reaction in.
Missy front 7.
Yeah. After that 150 game, I think she's a little unhappy and taking it out on the pins this game.
Jackie Carbonetto, already on Junior Team, won the Junior Gold back last summer.
Yep.
She was trying to get on Team USA, still is.
Yeah, when you look at this group right here, right now, you got Sarah Locker, Jackie Carbonetto, and Danielle McEwen all right in front of us, bowling very well in the team trials. They're already on Junior Team USA and did very well at Junior Gold. That's what these tournaments are about. You know, Junior Gold and team trials is it's a lot of experience that you need to gather, and you can't just show up one year and expect to march through and make it onto the team. It's a process. It's understanding these WTBA patterns. It's understanding the pressure and knowing how things are going to break down over the course of the week, over the course of the day, and then you start making the team. And so here we're seeing some of the junior bowlers bowling very well here as well.
Here's Jackie Carbonetto. Good shot.
Yeah. Play in the middle of the lane on this long pattern like you should. Making sure you get something on the end to carry through the pins.
And to answer the question in the chat, if somebody is already on Junior Team USA, they cannot take one of the automatic spots on
Correct.
the junior team.
Correct.
Let's go over to Missy Parkin with the front 7 here in this last game.
That looks a little high.
Yep, that was a little left and leaves the 4-7.
And the jinx continues.
Here's Asbady trying to get something going here to guarantee a spot in the top 3. Oh, ball's not really driving through the pocket, left the 7-pin. See, it just kind of flattened out at the end and didn't really drive.
That's a different reaction than she had when she was leaving the 7-10. So she's moved in, got a little better angle, but that one was just a little too flat, maybe a little too much speed.
McEwen struck again.
Yep, she's pouring it on in the last game as always. She finished with 4 in a row on the last lane as well.
Men coming up at 12:45 p.m. Pacific time with the start of their squad, and they should be wrapping up with the last game at about 4:45 or so. So be sure to join us for that this afternoon. And of course, the stepladder finals coming up at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern here on Bowl TV, live and free. And I haven't seen the standings yet after Game 5, but the way that Danielle McEwen is going, I'm really starting to like her chances to get in that top 3. I'm liking Asbady and I'm liking McEwen right now. And I think it's a real toss-up for the last spot. Just have to wait.
Here.
So we're in the back half of this last game now. Scores are updated on Bowl.com, they're telling me. So that means the email alert should be coming momentarily.
All right, so they're on Bowl.com, but I haven't got my email yet. So
I think they've been pushing it to the website first.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yep.
They're kind of out of whack because of the way that they are sorted by rounds today here, but see McEwen, Asbady at 42 in 15th place today. McEwen at 56. We got Josie Ernest at 62 and Elise Bolton at 66. And the update just came in over the email. So I like to look at the ranking that we get here.
Yeah, the ranking is the item that helps explain better where everybody's at. And
McEwen just opened.
Yeah, that's tough.
All right, now looking at these standings, the picture is a little bit clearer here. I think Asbady is looking pretty solid to make it. I think that McEwen at this point is looking pretty good if she can close out this game. And then it's going to come down a toss-up between Josie Ernest and Elise Bolton for the last spot. Now, that's assuming that somebody else doesn't bowl a big game. And it's possible that somebody like Sarah could shoot a huge game here and move up a number of spots in the standings and throw this whole thing for a loop.
Yeah, but at this point, I feel like there'd have to be several big games out there by people that are below both Josie and Elise. You know, for the day, Elise is 21st and Josie is 17th, so people would have to go around one but not the other.
Yeah.
You know, and they're pretty close, so it's a fairly head-to-head matchup here.
Brittany's going to close at 248. Here's Asbady.
Another single pin.
Yeah, he's a single pin.
So
I mean, at this
she's
point,
grinding this out. That's what she needs to do.
I think that's what she needs to do, is not try to make any huge moves, just grind it out. And
she's close, even though she was leaving the 7-10. Those are good shots. You can't start making major adjustments off of that. Just keep it close, keep it tight, so you don't give away the pocket.
I mean, it's not out of the question for McEwen to bowl a huge game here and move way up in the standings and steal the number 1 seed. That's still possible. It is not out of the question. It's not, the math is not. It's still possible for that to happen.
Open, the last frame did not help her whatsoever, and
because they're 14 spots away, 14 points away from each other right now. With Asbady in 15th and McEwen in 12th today. So let's say this game that McEwen moves up to 5th. So she picks up 7 spots, and Deandra drops 7 spots.
There you go.
To 22nd. You're right there at even.
Yep.
So it's possible.
But after, I could see, McEwen moving up 5 spots with a huge game, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen at this point now. Despite all the strikes she's had, the open kills her.
I think Sarah still's got an outside shot to make it in here. The 4-bagger. If she strikes out, she shoots 258. And right now, she is in, on the day, 35th place. So if you're in 35th place and you shoot a 258 game, you could move up 15 spots. I think that's not out of the question. And that would put her at 62, which would put her in the mix with Elise and Josie, who have both just split.
Yep.
So Sarah's starting to make her way into the picture here.
Yep.
It's going to be, I'm telling you, it's too hard to call who's going to be third right now.
Yeah, the one thing that I think makes it a little more solid is just the fact that, a big game right now doesn't allow you to move too many spots just because we've already had 5 games. So you can throw a big game and take a step forward, 5, 6, 7, 8 spots, but it's going to be really hard to jump 20 or 30 spots at this point with one big game.
Well, Sarah sits at minus 13 today. If she were to shoot 260 or so, 250 this game?
So she makes up 50 pins on a bunch of people.
She could pick up 15 spots.
15?
Yeah, I mean,
that's if everybody.
Theoretically, if a lot of people ahead of her, are bowling pretty close to what they've bowled all day, it's possible.
Yep. So.
And especially
she
with
needs some luck, and she needs to finish it out. Especially
with Elise and Josie at this point, they're max 202 and 214 respectively.
Yeah.
They're going backwards at this pace because they're pacing at under 200 this game.
Yeah.
But so this is a big shot for Sarah. I think these next 3 frames are critical for her. Washout. That's going to hurt.
Yep. Morgan O'Brien over on lane 49 and 50 through a spare double, and she's looking to solidify her spot on the junior team. And I know that's what she's doing right now is definitely helping her.
And just to cover ourselves, it's not out of the question for somebody who we have not mentioned yet to still make it. There's a lot of moving fluid parts here that it depends on how these 10th frames go, and these final couple of frames can really have a big impact. McEwen made the spare.
Yes, I see. And it's hard to see or imagine that that's going to happen at this point. But it's definitely possible.
It's starting to get a little clearer. That open by Sarah has really diminished her chances of moving up enough to get in the top 3.
I think.
And Jackie has not struck in the last 3 frames, which has really hampered her opportunity to move up.
Yeah, and Danielle's got a solid game going. I think that puts her solidly in second. Deandra's solidly in first without
I think
any
that they're
problems.
Solidly in first or second in some combination.
Yeah.
I think it's still possible that they could flip. The thing that's throwing a wrench into this is that Elise and Josie aren't bowling big games.
Right.
And that's where the unknown factor can come in.
Yeah, you got Brittany finishing with 248. I don't think she can quite make it. Missy ended up 267. I don't think she can jump up far enough. Shannon Plahowski 234.
Well, Brittany could go as high as second or even first, depending on how the people ahead of her bowled.
For the day, yes.
For the day. And so that would take away 3 points, best case scenario. She's sitting at 73. And in that scenario, somebody like Josie would have to drop 11 spots this game. And if she strikes out and shoots 214, I just don't think that's going to happen.
That'll happen. Right now, I think it's close between Josie and Elise, and it's close score-wise right now between the two. So I think that's our key battle for that final spot right now.
Deandra doubled, so she's looking real good.
Yeah.
Here is Elise in the 10th, a big 10th frame, and she leaves a 4-pin. So now she's looking at 181 as a max score.
Yeah. So I don't see her passing Josie, and I guess at this point, if she's going to be fourth, it's not going to matter so much if somebody passes her. She's still going to make the junior team, and her ability to automatically make the adult team, I think she's just missed it.
I think you're right.
Josie needs to. It'd be best if she could. She struck in the 9th. If she strikes in the 10th, that really pulls her away and makes it hard for other people to pass her. She's already in 3rd. She's got a 4-point lead, on Elise, and 14-point lead over Brittany. So.
And I'm looking at some of the other people who are a little bit further down in the overall at this point, and I just don't see anybody who can get up enough to get into the top 3 and get ahead of either Josie or Elise at this point.
Yeah, and the thing is, they would have to push people, to push Jessica and Elise apart. They'd have
Josie,
to get in between.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Josie and Elise apart. They would have to get in between the two scoring-wise for the day to have that be a difference. And they're so close together scoring-wise right now that if you pass one, you probably pass the other. And
good shot by Esbady in the 10th, by the way. That's going to get her into the 190s at least, and that should be enough to keep her up top. But Danielle, again, the 3rd consecutive day, bowls a huge last game, 236.
that is big on this pattern.
And especially in that pair when the 2 people on that pair are struggling to get to 200.
I do see Kayla Bandy. She had another big game down there, 267. She bowled very well today. And but again, I think she's already ahead of both Josie and Elise, and not going to be a big difference maker for those two, determining if they make the adult team or not.
I see Danielle McEwen getting a hug from Mom. I think that they have done the math as well. Deandra, 2nd shot in the 10th is a strike. 206 is her max. So it looks like Deandra will probably be the top seed. And Danielle, number 2.
Josie could have really used a strike there. She left the 2-4-5.
Josie can still shoot 194. So it looks like at this point it'll be Deandra, Danielle, and Josie.
Yep.
Do you agree with that?
I agree with that.
Unofficial, of course. And don't forget, stepladder finals coming up tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Bowl TV. Don't miss it. It's going to be fantastic. Morgan O'Brien just struck again off of the distance for her 5th consecutive strike, and she's looking to get on Junior Team USA. As Beatty's final shot is a strike, and what a finish to that game for Deandra.
Yeah,
the last 5.
Starts with 2 pocket 7-10s and finished with a 5-bagger for 206. She threw the ball very well that game, and had some bad breaks, but took care of it on her own, which is typical class out of Deandra. And then we'll know tonight on the finals live stream, we'll know who the overall champion is and who's going to go bowl the AMF World Cup and who our team trials champion is. 194 for Josie.
I'm not sure she knows the situation either. I don't think she knows if she made it or not.
Yep, some people prefer not to do the math.
Yeah, so I think she's just going to wait and see if we're waiting for somebody to tell her, probably. Jackie can still shoot 222 this game.
Yep, that was another solid strike in the 10th.
Jackie's had a little bit of a rough day today, sitting at minus 52.
Yep.
So 222, certainly I'll move her up maybe 10 spots in the standings, but that's not going to pick up enough points, or drop enough points, I guess I should say, because that would only put her at about 78. That's not going to be enough to get in the top 3. But she had a great week as well.
Yeah, are we looking at Jackie finishing out? If we can figure out how to look further down and see
yeah, we'll zoom in on Morgan and
trying to finish up, trying to solidify her junior team spot. She's bowling with Leanne, who has a 3-bagger in the 7th, 8th, and 9th, and Brianna Caldwell, who's had a great start to the day, been struggling a little bit as of late.
So Morgan O'Brien, what a finish for her here, Neil. She's a spare, double, spare, 5-bagger.
Yep, and that's what you love to see. You love to see somebody make the team, force their way onto the team as opposed to back in, and somebody else, Sometimes you see low-scoring games because everybody's grip, can't get the ball off their hand due to nerves. That was a very good shot there at 10-pin. She's throwing the ball great under pressure.
Yeah, she's been smiling the whole game. She's got the right attitude.
Yeah, it's fantastic. That's how you like to see somebody make the team.
Well, to recap, it looks like Deandra Beatty, Danielle McEwen, and Josie Ernest. And I see Deandra hugging Josie, so I think that they may have figured the math out down there. I'm not sure, but
I think they did a coin toss and decided that was the way it's going to be.
We're going to wait for the final standings, of course, to make it official.
Yep, which won't come out until everybody finishes up, and there's bowlers all the way down to lane 32 still throwing balls. So.
They got half a game to go down there because they had the foursome.
Yeah, there's one foursome down there. And that's cheering for Morgan covering that spare. She's going to shoot, 247 with a fill ball strike.
Great final game for her. She's looks like Elise Bolton and Morgan O'Brien are probably going to take the Junior Team USA spots.
Correct.
And Morgan was minus 77 today, by the way, and was in 59th place coming into this game. And to shoot 240 under this situation on a day where it looks like she hasn't had a whole lot, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's good stuff.
Fantastic.
We like to see that.
Yeah, fantastic to see. Good stuff. Exactly.
Like you said, we like to see people bowl their way on instead of fall out of the running for the spots on the team. And I think we kind of saw that today. What a great finish for Morgan O'Brien, 247. And again, the stepladder finals coming up this evening as Beatty, McEwen, and it looks like Josie and Deandra are still discussing what's going on. So maybe it's not, I don't know. Maybe they don't know for sure. Maybe we're wrong. Who knows? I mean, I think I like what we've come up with math-wise, and we'll have to see. But I would like to wait for the official standings, of course.
Yeah, we'll wait for the official standings because there's a lot of other games going on further to our left, and
you never know. Everybody on the low end may have shot 250 that game and thrown it all into crazy land, but
or they may have all bowled 150 and thrown it into crazy land the other direction. But I'm pretty confident in our assessment here. We're looking at the people that might be, passing or moving, and my guess is that Deandra still finished first, Danielle second, Josie third, and Elise a very close fourth, and Brittany a very close fifth with another solid game. She bowled very well today. Yeah,
Brittany really bowled very well this week, I think.
Yeah, very consistent.
Very consistent week for her, which you would expect.
Yeah, when you think about it, she's in fifth, and she hadn't had a top 10 until today, and that just goes to show how consistency is very important to the Team USA coaches.
You guys stick around. We will stay on the air until we have those final standings to let you know officially the top three and the top two junior bowlers. So hang out, and we are going to stick around. And I'm going to see if maybe we can get Deandra to come and talk to us for a moment, or maybe Danielle. And, Neil, if you need to step out and maybe work on some stuff.
Check on that and make sure we're getting all the scores and everything's working. properly.
Neil, thanks for sitting in, and hopefully we can do it again for the guys' side. And it was helpful to have somebody to bounce the numbers off of. So thanks again, and we'll see you a little bit later.
Yep, thank you. Sounds good.
Neil Stremmel, Managing Director of National Governing Body for USBC, here joining us. Looks like Deandra's on the phone right now, so can't get her, and Danielle's walking away, so. Deandra's going to come up real quick and talk to us. She looks excited. Now you might want to turn it the other way. Flip it. Or just wrap it around. There you go. Okay, Deandra Beatty.
Hi.
Hi, you
Hi,
did
I'm
it.
on the team again.
You made it.
They
Get you on camera here.
They can't get rid of me yet.
That's right. So 15th consecutive year on Team USA. Congratulations.
Thank
What does
you.
it feel like? I know that was your whole goal coming into, and everything else from here on out is gravy.
Yeah.
And so congratulations.
Thank
a great
you.
accomplishment.
Thank you. Yeah, every year I come out here and I guess everyone wonders, is this going to be her last year? It's 15 years. How long is she going to do this? And my heart is still in it, and I still really, truly wanted to be on this team and to be on top at the end of the week is pretty amazing. And yeah, it was a good week of bowling thanks to Storm and sending Dell Ballard out here to help me. He was a great help, and the equipment was perfect for all 5 of these lane patterns. I found pretty good ball reaction, and I'm really excited. And there's only one sad thing, and it's that.
Take a moment. I think I know where this is going.
Yeah.
It's special for you. It's
Well, it's my first year that I can't call my grandma, but she was with me. I felt her.
She was.
And
And
I
she's
would.
very proud of you, I'm sure. And she was proud of you for your entire bowling career.
Yeah, I
and
know.
you've accomplished a lot. And I know you owe a lot of the credit to her for supporting you.
She's the reason that I bowl. So, yeah, definitely. She was with me all week. And I've been talking to her, so.
Yeah. But she was here with you on your shoulder all week long.
Yeah, she definitely
helping you
was. I
out.
was wearing her lucky bracelet. She wore this all the time.
Well, show that off to the camera. The lucky bracelet,
Yeah.
there you go.
She said that it's actually that there's like evil eyes in this bracelet, and it fights off all bad forces coming at you. So if somebody wished bad luck on you, that it would bounce off you. So I guess it worked.
Yeah, it worked great today. And do we know for sure if you're the number one?
No, I don't know.
I
And
think-
it really doesn't matter. I really wanted to make the team.
Yeah, and we pretty sure you did. You
Yeah.
and it looks like Danielle and Josie is kind of what we have figured out, but we're not 100% sure.
Cool.
We're still waiting to find the final results. But
Yeah, it was a great week, and thanks for giving everybody at home something to watch and commentating all week. I know it's tough for you, especially being by yourself most
Yeah.
of the time. So we appreciate it. I know that at home they appreciate it. And thanks for all you guys that watched out there. And hi, Mom, Dad.
were you? I know you said on your Facebook you left a lot of pocket 710s this week. What was going through your mind that last game when you start pocket 710, pocket 710?
I don't know. I didn't really know. I didn't look at the scores all day today, so I had no idea. I knew I had a nice cushion, So if I didn't fall on my face, I knew that I was going to make the team, and that was my main priority. But you always give it your all, no matter where you're at in the standings. And when I started with Pocket 7, I seriously have probably left about 10 the whole week.
I had counted at least 7, so
yeah,
I knew it was
and
a lot.
Leanne said the same. I just think that when you have not quite the right look, or I also think the ball got off my hand a little bit fast, so it didn't roll as strong down the lane. But, I mean, just give me something that I can pick up. But, I've changed my attitude about the 710 since Brian Voss made it to allow us to make the TV show in that mixed doubles tournament, because it's actually on my bucket list. Something that a lot of people don't know about me is I've never made 710.
Wow.
So when Brian said when he left it, the one thing that he thought was, that I'm going to make it. I'm like, maybe that's why I never have made the 710, because I always think, it's an open frame. So every time I leave it now, I'm like, this is the one. This is going to be the one.
It's going to happen.
Still not the one yet, but I'm going to still keep trying.
Well, the good news is that the scoring units here, you can set it up to put up whatever pins you want. So you can set up the 710 and just shoot it all day until you make it.
Yeah, I'll probably be here. I just don't throw it hard enough, but one of these days I'm going to get lucky.
That's right. So you get to bowl tonight again. Cool. Very exciting.
Yeah.
And at this point, is everything just a bonus because you accomplished goal number 1, right?
It truly is a bonus. If I could go and have a chance to bowl the World Cup, that would be amazing. But I've been to the World Cup 3 times, so if I don't have that opportunity, I came here to make Team USA for the 15th straight time, and to be onto this team. And honestly, I'm going to try my best, but I'm going to go home happy.
Yeah, you're just going to go in with an open mind and a loose arm swing, and whatever happens,
That's right. Yeah, hopefully no 710s.
What was we're kind of watching here, and it didn't look like anybody in the top grouping here was really paying attention to the standings or the scores, and is it just something that's out of your control, and you're just trying to get what you can?
Yeah, and I think when you have this high level of bowlers, everyone knows that if you score watch, you're not going to be your best, and so you kind of just have to keep your head down and make sure that you're focused on what you can control, and that's what you're doing. And I did a really good job of that all week. And sometimes it's hard, because you want to look around. Where am I at? What are they doing? Am I ahead of them? And that's when you're in trouble, when you're doing that. So I was really clear. I had a clear mind all week, and I was really focused on staying in the present.
So you've been a member of the Team USA family for a decade and a half now.
Oh my gosh.
And I see this a lot from people who get on the team for the first time. They get a fire and they want to get on again. They want to be a part of that family again. How intense is that fire for you at this point in your bowling career?
It's the most intense, because if it wasn't, I wouldn't be out here. I would probably find something else to do and focus on other areas of my life. But, I'm not just going through the motions. This means a lot to me, and it's truly in my heart. And I love being able to represent my country internationally, and to also, give these young bowlers something to strive for and help them get there too. I take my position really seriously.
Well, congratulations again on another great performance at the Team USA Trials. It always feels much better to bowl your way onto the team than be selected, right?
Yeah, totally. And that's why I came out here to make the team on my own, and I did. And I'm so excited, and I just have 1 or 2 more games left, and I can go and see Madden and John. And Madden had his first basketball lesson today with the little toddlers. So I can't imagine how that went, but John said he was a good listener, so I can't wait to see those pictures.
Well, hopefully he can stay up a little past bedtime tonight to cheer on Mom on the live streaming.
Yeah, I'm sure that he can. He has a pretty late bedtime anyway.
Okay, good. All right, congratulations, Deandra.
Thanks
Great
for watching,
bowling,
everybody, and cheering me on.
We'll see you back on here again tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and we'll stick around and let you guys know who the top 3 were officially after that last game. Deandra Azbeidi. Congratulations to her. Always great to talk to her. And she has made it into the Team USA program for the 15th year in a row. What an accomplishment for her. So we're still crunching the numbers here. The men will be coming up in about an hour and a half or so. So hang in there. I'm as anxious as you are to see those updated results. So they're still verifying the scores. Again, the men are coming up here pretty soon. Looking at about an hour and a half from now. They'll run the lanes and get everything started with the guys in about an hour and a half. A lot of bowlers still hanging around to see the final scores. Andy Endraz, Beatty, Danielle McEwen look like they have made it into the top 3, along with Josie Ernest, if our numbers are right. Step ladder coming up tonight. That's going to be a great step ladder. Some great bowlers in the finals. just got the official standings. Deandra Asbeatty, first place, 43 points. Danielle McEwen, second place, 53 points. Josie Ernest, third place, 67 points. And then a three-way tie at 75 points with Elise Bolton, Brittany Hamilton, and Sarah Loker. So that's our top three. It is Asbeatty, McEwen, and Ernest have advanced to the stepladder finals tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Be sure to join us. The men coming up in an hour and a half right here on Bowl TV. We'll see you back here in an hour and a half. Thanks for joining us, everybody.